Good morning, everyone. The title of my presentation today is Exploring Text Reflecting Different Cultures. So, guys, have you ever watched Harry Potter movies, or do you have a friend lives in UK, or do you like watching Peppa Pigs? What have you observed in the way they speak and the words they use? How about American movies? I'm pretty sure that you have watched one. So, try to compare the two languages, the American English and the British English. So, in terms of pronunciation and in terms they use, are there any differences? Those are involved in my topics today. So, cultural text, awareness of the different varieties of English with their features as well as understanding the registers of English should be the goal of everyone so that there is less misunderstanding and miscommunication. So, it is important that we're aware of the different varieties of English to avoid miscommunication and misunderstanding. Also, one of our problems is our pronunciation to cause miscommunication, especially if we're going to talk to your friend lives in other countries. You may cause miscommunication or misunderstanding if you're not understand their pronunciation, diba? And then, Kaku and Nelson claim that in terms of pronunciation, most outer and expanding circle varieties display differences in inner circle varieties similar to those found between regional dialects within the inner circle varieties. So, the inner circle refers to English as a native language, and the outer circles refers to English as a second language speakers, and the expanding circle is refers to English as a foreign language speakers. These differences may lead to grammatical consequences affecting comprehension. For instance, among Singaporean and Malaysian speakers of English, a feature note is simplification of final consonant cluster left or left and pick for picked. Such is also the case in the Philippine English. Interpretation then vary because of differences in pronunciation. If one says hit it and instead of hit it, or she asked instead of she asked, miscommunication is likely to happen to everyone, diba? So, a consonant cluster has a 2, 3, 4 consonant sounds in a row. So, that's the consonant cluster. And then, in Philippine languages, every vowel is pronounced with full distinct sound. Filipinos pronounce words as they are written or spelled out, making syllable time and not stress time. And the syllable is a part of a word that contains a single vowel sound. And then American, on the other hand, blends syllables or sometimes even drop some sounds, making the syllables short. In American, they make the syllables short when they are speaking. In Philippines, we are mm, make a syllable short when we are chatting or talking to someone. Or no, we are chatting or texting to someone. Example, in American, gotcha. In the Philippines, got you. Diba? We are we are making the syllables short when we are chatting. or texting. So in American, they make the syllable short if they are talking. A cultural barrier does not only pertain to different languages. It may also be in form of a cultural practice, even a bodily gesture. For instance, in English-speaking countries and even in the Philippines, the thumbs up gestures signal for approval. However, it is considered offensive in other countries such as Greece, Italy, and in some parts of the Middle East. So, making a circle with one thumb and forefinger generally means okay in many Western culture. But this is not so countries like Japan where it is interpreted as a sign for money. So that's why we should be careful in using bodily gesture or bodily language, especially if we're going to other countries. So likewise, making a circle with one thumb and forefinger generally means okay. So that is what I'm talking. So, and in some Arab cultures as a threat, or in other countries like Japan where it is interpreted as a sign for money, and in some Arab cultures as a threat. Those one should be so. If we're going to other countries, we would we should aware or we should be careful in using bodily gestures. So that's what I mean. And then let's move on to formal and informal language. Your purpose for communication and the relationship you have with the listeners or readers will determine if you are to use formal or informal language. So, example, when you are in gymnasium and a teenager offers you a seat, you acknowledge the kind gesture by saying, "Thanks for a seat." However, if you are an if you are in an academic forum and an organizer offers you a seat, you say, "Thank you very much, sir or ma'am." Diba? Those are formal. When speaking impromptu, when we say impromptu, when you meet someone or saying hello to your acquaintance. None. When speaking impromptu on a certain topic, you should use ordinary conversational language. However, if you're if you are to give a lecture in a conference, your language should be formal. In the same manner that when you write your speech and your purpose is to inform your audience on climate change, it is expected that your language is formal. In contrast, if your speech is meant to entertain your listeners on a light topic, your language should be informal. So, that's all. Thank you.